Hey guys, okay, now this one is a pretty good theory I have in mind, so, bear with me on this one. I may be biased when I say this, but for one of the only reasons that a lot of us play Pokemon is to specifically catch the legendary Pokemon of that region so we can be OP players and literally kill the competition. Now, today's topic is how will you obtain Tapu Koko in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, as you can see, the screenshot that I took over my phone is actually a clear indication of how the events of meeting Tapu Koko and the near ending of how it's going to go with whether or not you keep or defeat Tapu Koko. Now, as the Pokedex entry dictates for Tapu Koko, it definitely says that Tapu Koko has a fickle mindset, meaning it decides on whether or not it wants to protect those who are considering it a deity, and deciding on whether or not to either just ignore it or actually doing anything about their problems. Now, the reason I'm saying that is specifically because of this exact incident, is because I think that since Tapu Koko has such a fickle nature, it would only make me assume that you, as the player, would probably be its main interest, wanting to know exactly what your intentions are should it decide to be a part of your Pokemon team or anything like that. Your typical deity stuff. A deity has to see goodness in a mortal's heart to decide whether or not to, give them their power or something like that. But anyway, now on to my exact theory. Now, in the screenshot here, you can actually see Tapu Koko in its official stance and its Sugimori style artwork next to it. But in the back, you can actually see a couple things. As it already confirmed in the trailer, it's the guardian, one of the 4 guardian Pokemon of the Melmi Island, I think, whatever. The Melmi Island, and it's the guardian Pokemon. So, this is how my theory goes. My belief is that upon beating and becoming the champion of the Alola region, you return to your hometown. Then they have a celebration ceremony to which Tapu Koko is onlooking and joins Hala, as you can see, the man from the very first trailer, who gives you your starter Pokemon. Probably says some long speech, something deep, saying that they're thanking you for being the hero, saving their culture from blah blah blah. So with that being said, it only leads me to believe that shortly after this long conversation you're going to have with Hala in front of the entire Melime Island, Tapu Koko is going to appear. Hala's going to tell you to battle against him and Tapu Koko to determine whether or not you have goodness in your heart and the ability to master its power. Now, the way I see it is, when the battle comes to an end, you're probably going to have another conversation with Hala, and then he's going to probably give you the option of taking Tapu Koko. And if you do decide to not take Tapu Koko, he'll probably be like, I'll wait here till you're ready to decide whether or not you want its power. And if you do decide to take Tapu Koko, it'll probably ask you to put one of your 6 Pokemon in the boxes again, if you have all 6 of your slots filled. That's the way I see it, but stranger things have happened when it comes to obtaining legendary Pokemon in the games. And quite frankly, depending on how the story and the game proceeds throughout, I want to say that most Pokemon games get rather serious shortly after your 4th or 5th badge, because I know you don't really get too serious in Pokemon X and Y until you've gotten like your near 7th or 8th badge, which in between that point you find the legendary Pokemon, you catch the legendary Pokemon, and from that point forward you proceed to get your 8th badge, then go to the Pokemon League, then the game's over, then you can free roam, catch Pokemon, blah blah blah. So with that being said, there is another reason I'm doing this theory video, is because Tapu Koko is probably, I will say, is the first legendary Pokemon to have a dual wield with the fairy combination. Unlike Dedenne and any other fairy types before it, this is actually the first minor legendary Pokemon to have a dual wielding type. Other than, now that I think about it, I don't think there are any other dual wielding minor legendaries. Now that I think about it. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, comment, and if you guys have any theories in mind that you would like me to discuss, feel free to, and I will definitely add your name and give you a personal shout out to, anything like that. Feel free to. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.